Hi friends, my name is Rajkumar. In this video, we are going to see top 10 formulas of Excel. I have placed a download link of this Excel in the description below. It will be helpful for your practice. Let's get started. First formula we are going to see is sum. Sum is used to add all the numbers in a range of cells. Let's see it in action. Is equals to sum of number 1, number 2 and so on. Here I am going to pass 9, 8, 7 and close the bracket is equals to sum of 9, 8, 7. Let's see what is the sum. Sum is 24. Also you can select the range of cells. Here is equals to sum of, select this range, January income and Feb income and close the bracket and press enter. This is the sum of Jan income and first income. So let's move on to the second formula, that is average. It returns the average of its arguments, which can be any data type such as numbers or names or arrays. To get average of two numbers is equals to average of number 1, number 2. Here I am going to pass the values like 10 and 20. Let's see the average of 10 and 20. Average of 10 and 20 is equals to 15. Also you can select the range of cells, same like what we did earlier, like sum is equals to average of the first income and second income, like Jan income and Feb income, close the bracket and enter. The average of the first employee salary of Jan income and Feb income is 6331. Now let's move on to another formula, concatenate. Concatenate function joins several text strings into one text string. It's a way of joining information from different cells. Let's see it in action. Is equals to concatenate of text 1. I'm going to choose first name and I'm going to pass the text 2 as the last name. Close the bracket and enter. See, it concatenates the first name and the second name. It joins the first name and last name, but there is no space between the first name and last name. To make it done, you can add like this, is equals to concatenate, pass the text 1, first name, comma, and pass a space, open quote, space and quote and comma, and pass the last name here, select there, close the bracket and enter. Now you can see first name space last name. Here I am going to show you how to merge two cells. Here this concatenate is related to these two cells. Select these two cells and go to home and click on merge cells. Actually I selected merge and center. So if you want to make it to the left indent, just select this, and to make it in the middle align, select this. Let's move on to the next formula, that is count. Count function is to count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. Let's see it in action. Is equals to count of, you can pass values. Here I'm going to pass 9, 8 and I'm closing this 9, 8. Let's see the count of 9, 8. As I said earlier, count is to count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. Here I am stressing that contains numbers, which means cells contains numbers. So here I have passed two values that contains numbers. So it shows count is equals to 2. Let's see the count by selecting the range of cells. Is equals to count of, here I am going to select these two and close the bracket and enter. Count is equals to 2. Next we are going to see Counta. Counta is used to count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So let's see the Counta function by selecting the range of cells is equals to Counta of, I'm going to sell these two values and close the bracket and enter. Here you can see the value is 2. You can ask me a question, what is the difference between count and counter? Before I show you the difference practically, let's see what count and counter are. As I said earlier, count function is used to count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. Here I am stressing cells that contains numbers. Whereas coming to counter, counter function is used to count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Let's see practically. Here in Feb income, I am going to change the value 36982 to null. And see the change here in the count and counter. I am going to press enter. See, in count, the value is 1. It was earlier 2 and it changed to 1. And counter value is still 2. Let's change it back. I am pressing Ctrl Z to undo. See, the value of count is equals to 2 and counter is 2. Hope you are clear. The next one we are going to see is creating a drop down. It's very easy and we use this very often. Select this cell and click on data. Under data tools, click here and click on data validation. Under settings tab, under allow, select list from the drop down and click here on source, and here I am choosing country values right from this to till end. And click OK. See the drop down here with all countries whichever we have selected. Let's move on to next formula, that is if. If function checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Here I verify country name is equals to India. If it is equals to India, output will be match. If not, the output will be not match. To do this, select this cell and type is equals to if of logical test. I am choosing country name is equals to, I am passing the value India, comma, and value if true. If it is true, the value should be match, and if it is false, the value should be not match. So here this value is not equals to India, so it is not match. Let me change this value as India, and here the output is match. Let's change it back using Ctrl Z. Next formula we are going to see is Countif. It is used to count the number of cells within a range that meet the given condition. Is equals to Countif of, I am going to select the range from the country, comma, and I am passing the criteria as Poland. Close the bracket and enter. Here see the value is 1, which means within this selected range the Poland is available just only once. Let me modify something here, Cameroon to Poland. Here the value is changed as 2. Let me change it back. Yeah, now Countif value is just 1. Next formula we are going to see is Sumif. It is used to add the cells specified by a given condition or criteria. Is equals to Sumif. Sumif formula has 3 parameters: range, criteria, and sum range. Let's use it. For range, select all the cells of country column. Here I am going to select till here and comma, and my criteria is Poland and comma, and sum range. I'm going to choose sum range from Jan income till here, close the bracket and enter. The value, my criteria is Poland. For the Poland, I got the value as 4881. See here for the Poland, it's 4881. Okay, so let's see. Earlier we have used this drop down. In this drop down, we have lots of countries. Let's apply this drop down value as a criteria and see it in action. To do that, I'm going to do it again, is equals to sum if of, I'm going to select the range from here to here, comma, criteria I am choosing this, comma, and sum range I'm going to choose till here. Close the bracket and press enter. Here the value is for Poland, it's 4881. Let's see for Laos. I'm going to change this Laos as 3379. Let's change it again. Let's change this value again as Jordan. For the Jordan, the value is 2856. Now let's see the last and final, very most important one. We regularly use this is Vlookup. Before going ahead and look into Vlookup function, let's see the difference between Countif and Sumif. The only difference between Countif and Sumif function is the Countif doesn't add up the matching values from the cells. It just pulls and shows the set to you. Whereas Sumif case is different, it shows the value. So let's move on to Vlookup. Vlookup function looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in an ascending order. If you want to find out total earnings of a particular employee, then you can go with Vlookup. Let's see it in action. Is equals to Vlookup of lookup value. Here my lookup value is Walker. I selected Walker as my lookup value, comma, table array. We need to choose the table array. Here I am going to choose the table array from here to here and comma, column index. I'm going to choose the income of this particular cell. So income is available here. So my salary value is in the fourth column. Like see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my column index number is 4, comma. Here we have to pass whether we need the exact match or approximate match. Actually, I want exact match, so I'm going to choose 0. Even you can, instead of 0, you can pass false here. Anything you can do it. I'm going to use 0 and close the bracket and enter. See, for the Walker, the value is 4183. If you want to change this A8 to A10, that is Ellison. For the Ellison, the value is 7729. Here it is. Let me show you a bit difference how you can choose the index value. Let me show you, instead of selecting the first name, I want to select country and I want to show here how to select the column index. Let me modify this. Is equals to Vlookup of lookup value is Jordan, comma, my table array I am going to select from countries to income, this one, comma, here column index will be my value is available in this. So I am going to choose the column index, this one. It is D column, which means it is 4 actually, but as per my table array, it is in the second column, 1, 2. So my column index will be 2, comma, and I'm going to pass 0. I need it exact match. So enter. It's 2856 for Jordan. If I want to change this value as 1111, you can see the value is equal to 1111. I'm going to undo this. If you want to make this C7 as C8, I'm choosing Uganda this time. So my value will be 4183. I'm going to press enter. See, the value is 4183. Thank you friends. If you have any queries, please comment below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to like the video and share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe this channel by clicking the subscribe button and press bell icon to get some interesting videos on both manual and automation.